It's August 19th. Drafts are starting very, very soon. And we are here once again to tell you and show you exactly how to win your league in August. Yep, that's right. When the draft starts, we're going to show you exactly what you need to do to ensure that you win that championship in January. Let's kick it to the other side.
You're watching Fantasy Now Plus.
Guess what, everybody? I fired Josh, and as you can hear, my dogs shaking their collars because they're itching their neck. I'm joined today by two great, wonderful hosts, Brian Rockwood and Tim Holstad. Brian, how are you doing today?
I'm doing so good. Do you have a masterclass course on intros? Because that was quite good, and that is always my one thing that gets me as we're starting shows.
It's the
So I'm
worst
gonna
thing
need
in the
to.
world. I'll tell you that now. Josh usually is here to do it. Again, I kicked Josh off the show. He is temporarily fired. Tim, how are you?
Doing well. Have the sniffles, so that's fun. Don't know how I get a cold in 110 degrees and not going outside, but hey, we're here. We're here to draft, and I am excited to see how this plays out.
Yeah. So what we are doing today is we are doing a mock draft. I think I did 12 round, 12 round mock draft with a baseline of your roster position. Rosters consisting of 1 QB, 2 running backs, 2 wide receivers, 1 tight end, 2 flex. And then we're going to draft 4 bench spots. I thought about adding kickers and defense to this.
Why not?
You know what?
Man.
We're here to help you. Today we are going to we're changing the roster. We are also adding a kicker and defense to this as well. So why not? Why not? Charlene, if you're watching,
required?
Are they required?
No, we have the privilege. We have the privilege to play with kickers and defenses.
Well, because here's my thing: is if it's kicker and defense, but you're not required to draft them, you should not draft them. You should stream them, and you should take 2 more players that could possibly be useful to you, and then drop them right before games start for a kicker and a defense. So that's why I would ask.
I'm not gonna lie, I 100% agree with Tim here. In a recent draft that I'm working on right now, or just finished, unfortunately, I realized best ball, not managed best ball, and I only drafted 1 kicker and 1 defense.
That's fine.
Everybody else was drafting like 2 or 3, and I'm like, why are we drafting 3 kickers in round 14 of 25? Like, this is stupid. And everybody's like, it's best ball, you know that, right? I'm like, yeah. Oh, I'm so used to being able to add waivers. That sucks. Okay, so let's go ahead and just get over to the draft board, and there we go. So we are going to start this draft. Charlene, so currently we have a bunch of robots. We've got Josh on here as well. He is drafting remotely. I am at the 3. Charlene, our waiver wire person, is in at the 4. Bunch of computers. Tim's at the 8, and Brian is at the 9. If you want to join, you have about 30 seconds maybe before I hit start draft to join. What's up, Craig? Join the draft. It's in the It's in the comments already. Should be. So definitely do that. But yeah, we're going to start here in just momentarily.
On Yahoo, do you not play with kickers and defense, or it's that you have to draft one?
You have to draft them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very unfamiliar with that platform, I'll be honest. I think I've done a Chop League and then a public league one year.
I think I might have last played on Yahoo Fantasy in 2011. It's
my home league is still on it, but it's auction, and I pushed out kickers and defenses a long time ago, thankfully. So
all right, so we're gonna go out and draft. Unfortunately for Josh and Charlene, they only get 15 seconds. We get unlimited amount of time, so we'll go ahead and get this draft kicked off. Try the new draft board.
I just saw the same thing. What is this?
What is this?
Oh, hold on. It's going to flashbang you. Careful. I think it's going to switch to light mode. Oh, no, that's just me.
I'm on the clock. Okay. So we're already stressing out about this right now because I don't know where the pause button is anymore. So I'm gonna go ahead and go with Jamar Chase. I've been picking Jamar Chase lately at the 103. Probably not the greatest idea, but I have been. Pause. Okay, so Tim, now you get to actually talk about your pick. Who are you thinking here?
So, if there wasn't injury stuff, it would be Christian McCaffrey pretty easily for me. But with the injury concerns kind of floating around, I'll probably pass on him at this point. CeeDee Lamb is very interesting to me as well. But I'm going to take a fun player. I'm going to take a stand, and I'm going to take Kenneth Walker at the 108.
Whew, okay.
That's a big stand right there. Oh yeah, I forgot. I told you I was gonna make that pick for you, wasn't I? That is a huge stand. Kenneth Walker being the 4th running back off the board.
Yep.
That's
wow.
That's wild, man. That's wild.
I appreciate you, and I thank you because
I can go into it if you'd like me to. But
actually, yeah, talk about it for just a brief moment. Like, why Kenneth Walker over guys like James Cook, Devon Achane, Saquon Barkley?
He's on the Chiefs for one. The Chiefs have gotten rid of the Matt Nagy experience officially. They are back to Eric Bieniemy. Patrick Mahomes will be fully healthy to start the season. They're going to have Rashee Rice. They're going to have basically all of their main offensive weapons, their offensive line. And when we think about Andy Reid running backs, we think about some of the best running back seasons in fantasy in a long time. LaShawn McCoy, Brian Westbrook, all of that good stuff. He uses workhorse backs more than pretty much any modern coach in the NFL. They obviously signed Kenneth Walker to be the workhorse back. So to me, it's basically the same bet as Jonathan Taylor. It's basically the same bet as James Cook. It's actually even a better bet than James Cook. He's going to play more than James Cook. He's going to get more passing work. He's going to get just as much, if not more, goal line work. They're not going to pull Kenneth Walker for, Kareem Hunt or Amari DeMarcado. Like, there might be some plays that he's off the field in like 3rd and long passing downs, but we don't really care about that for fantasy anyways. He's the workhorse back on a good offense. He basically has the same upside as like a Saquon, a JT. Again, I would take CMC here if there were no health concerns, but there are some health concerns. I think Walker deserves to be a 1st-round pick. And in redraft, I'm willing to give up, 4 to 5 picks of CLV of ADP to go get my guy.
So my only follow-up question here is going to be, with ADP, you could probably easily get him in early 2nd round and take like the superstar running back, and then have 2 really good ones. I definitely understand Kenneth Walker being a stud of a running back, but I fear that 1st round he's not going to really get taken, and that's going to be somebody that you could get in the 2nd round. Now, if you do fear that somebody else also views the same way as you and would draft him in between your 2 picks, good call. Because there's 8 picks or 8 picks right after you. So I guess if you are fearing that, then
he goes very early 2nd round on basically all platforms. Like, him getting to 205 is possible, but like not probable. Yeah. And then I'm left with like decisions about, do I want to bet on Achane? Do I want to bet on Derrick Henry as he ages? Stuff like that. And like, Walker is just a very clear tier to me. So like, if I can't get an early pick, I'm probably hoping more for like the 110 through 112, just so that I can get 2 of those guys. But even in this scenario, I think I would just rather stick to my guns and be like, I'm just going to put my foot down and say, this is the Kenneth Walker year.
All right. You heard it here first, everybody. Tim says this is the year Kenneth Walker not only becomes Super Bowl MVP, but league winner.
Yep.
Brian, who are you taking here?
Goodness gracious. I don't have much else to say. I'm taking Christian McCaffrey. This is just like routine.
We're going Christian McCaffrey.
This is just routine faller. We're picking him. I'm not worried. I don't think we can be that scared. I get it. It's Christian McCaffrey, and we can pause, and I'll still soapbox for only just another second here because we have some comments I want to get to. But like, when there is an injury concern that is not like, oh, like Lev Bell will not play, like, okay, that one was a little bit different, right? Or a couple of years ago, CMC, they're like, oh, we're about the Achilles. I think that's, it's the coaching staff were kind of slow rolling it a little bit, but it was clearly worse than it was. I don't think this is another Achilles issue type of deal. And if I was at the 105, yeah, I'd be with Tim. I'm a little worried about there. Like, I think there's still plenty of elite options there. But when you get to 4 picks behind ADP, like, I don't know if it's corrected to skip CMC at that point. But I thank everybody else for letting him fall a little bit. The one thing, and I don't know if Justin had a follow-up, but I still want to get to this comment because Josh routinely does this, but he makes a good point. I think, like, Tim, you're spot on with the Ken Walker ADP game where he probably would go either to team 10 or team 11. But there is always a worry where you're like, well, if he's still on the board or like ADP says he probably would have still been there, that always feels a little bad. But I think you're still right here on Ken Walker. Hey, Jamie. Am I crazy if I take CMC over a JSN? I do. That one might be a little tough.
Unless your league is standard format and you get bonuses to rushing, yeah, you're kind of crazy. In my opinion.
I don't think you are, to be fair. I would take CMC over JSN. I think JSN at 102 is like the wildest pick on this board as someone who took Kenneth Walker at 109 or 108.
And I will not deal with this slander, Josh. You did not get benched today. I told you to take the day off for other reasons. But sure. Brian,
you got fired.
You did really get fired, yes. So, Brian, who are you taking at the 204?
I'll go ahead and take CMC East. We'll pick Devon Achane here. Truly, it stinks that he's on a really bad team. I get it. It's scary. The Dolphins do not look good. I think they have like a 4.5 win projected total, but he still is everything to this offense. Malik Willis, I understand we have not nearly enough knowledge about his ability to check down or not. I think you kind of can't ignore Devon Achane's ability to play football. So to me, this is a kind of an easy pick. So I'm going to go ahead and just do that and get my PPR points and figure wide receiver out later.
Okay. Tim, who do you got at the 205?
So this is the other player that I was kind of considering at 108. So we could just say that I flipped these picks and it's totally fine, but I'm taking Ashton Genty. Good floor, great prospect. We're betting that the offense is better this year. We're betting that he continues to get passing down work, all of that good stuff. He's a first-round pick in most formats, especially in like best ball and whatnot. So to get him at the 205, I feel great about that. I feel perfectly good playing this combo every single week. And there's legitimate ceiling to both options.
Okay. Followed by that was AJ Brown, Chase Brown, Trey McBride, and then Charlene takes Jeremiah Love with her pick there. So first rookie off the board with Jeremiah Love, even though he's got that high ankle sprain, which these days, like, I feel like is not as bad as high ankle sprains of several years ago. It's like an ACL tear, like it's an 8-week injury, nothing more than that. Here, I took Jamar Chase for a specific reason, but here is too early. I am a big proponent of not drafting the quarterback even this early in the game. So where I would love to take Joe Burrow, again, 1 QB leagues, this is not the time. So if you think, oh, I have Jamar Chase, let's add Burrow, you can wait till rounds 4 or 5 or 6. With that being said, if this was a super flex league and Joe Burrow is still on the board and you have Jamar Chase, that's a stack that I would be loving to have. I don't know about you guys. Do you agree with that? Yeah, Chase?
Oh,
Yeah, not even a question. So here we're looking at a bunch of running backs because I have the running back filter turned on for me right now. That was very smart. Brian, you mentioned at
That's
the
our
top
host,
of the
baby.
show that like you need a master class on how to open a show. Hosting is one thing, mock drafting at the exact same time is a whole nother thing. So I didn't even think about like who to take here. But this is where I would take Brock Bowers, except that PCL injury is scaring me right now with the new news that he might actually have some injury concerns this year. And on the flip side, I think I'm going to double up on wide receiver and just go all in on that position. The only thing is, we're looking at George Pickens, Nico Collins, Rashee Rice, and Chris Olave, which I'm not loving really any of them. I'm actually going to dig a little bit deeper and go to who I think is going to win the NFC South. And that's going to be with Ted McMillan in the Carolina Panthers.
Okay.
I think he's going to improve this year more than he did last year, and the Panthers are just going to absolutely crush this year.
Man, I love sticking to your guns and pulling people up, but I'm all right. Well, I'll say nothing because I don't want to give away players who I think you should pick here. So I'll let you do your thought process here.
So Josh is absolutely not concerned about Brock Bowers, and then he did go with Josh Allen to follow up on that. So he's knocking out some players here. This is where you have two wide receivers, you have two flex. I am a big proponent of just not drafting running backs, especially in redraft, unless you get the elite of the elite. We've already seen 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 13 running backs go off the board, so we're not even looking at RB1s anymore. I'm not looking at a running back. The top running backs on the board, Kyron Williams. The Rams run like 3 running backs at a time. Josh Jacobs might get suspended for a little bit, also has injury issues. Breece Hall is going to be out for another 2 to 3 weeks. That means Braylon Allen might actually get to work with the ones more, and that might end up becoming a split backfield. Javonte Williams had a big monster year this year. Will that repeat? Bucky Irving? Like, I don't feel confident about any of those players. I'm going to go with a PPR guy. And that's actually going to be Mr. Chris Olave at the 303, mostly because I think he's going to end up killing it with Tyler Shuck. I thought about Malik Neighbors here, but I'm still concerned that he plays in New York and could get injured at literally any minute of the day.
You are clearly not with the Get Tilted crew on this side of the board because Malik Neighbors would have gone with Ted McMillan's spot because hot dang is Malik Neighbors good, and I'm not necessarily concerned. I know Tim's not concerned with just his ability to play football, so
he's very good, but also like what quarterback's throwing him the ball for half the year? I'm also concerned about the quarterback position.
Jameis Winston.
It's all good.
Fair.
I'm just saying, if there's going to be a backup where you're like, oh, that's fine. It's Jameis Winston.
Totally fair.
The
Tim,
problem
who are you taking in the third?
All of the good picks are gone. So this is definitely a situation where ADP is quite flat to me. So I'm probably going to reach again because they're all in the same tier, like all these receivers. I don't really want any of the running backs left. So I'm going to take Zay Flowers. I believe in the Ravens offense. I believe in Lamar Jackson. I think Flowers just got paid a bucket of money. So I would rather bet on good offenses, the clear alpha target there, and we'll see who comes back to me in the fourth.
So interesting. There's so many names here that I guess we have some auto drafters, so they're not going to come back. But I do wonder in your real draft, or if Josh Jacobs and Breece Hall do come back around here, because I think those are very interesting players that have pretty significant yellow flags between Breece Hall's injury and Josh Jacobs potentially missing time.
Yeah.
So it does make all of this a little shaky. But I think here we're going to go ahead. We'll see if he falls. Probably not. But we'll take Ladd McConkey here. No fear. Let's just get the Mike McDaniel's number 1 receiver over there. Lamar Jackson's not who I thought was going to go next. And oh baby, so I was hoping T. Higgins got back to me. I only assumed Devonta Smith was going to go. He did not. So for me, I will go ahead and take Devonta Smith here, probably handing T. Higgins on a platter to Tim, but I'll take the other wide receiver 1 on an offense that should still be okay. It's still going to be fine.
Yeah, so I was about to break this in between your picks here. Jaden Higgins tore his ACL. He's out for the season.
We were considering him last night in best ball, and I
remember you guys talking about Higgins. I was like, T. Higgins is fine, and then I realized you guys were talking about Jaden Higgins. Yeah, tore his ACL. He is donezo for the season.
I mean, Tank Dell, Jalen Noel. This could be interesting, but that also
Moody time now.
It could be. I don't know if the Patriots would trade to like a team they're actively going to be fighting for Super Bowl. Chase is on, but like makes sense. Well, do I take T. Higgins in honor of Jaden Higgins? I'm between 3 guys here. None of them are coming back, so I'll talk through it. T. Higgins is definitely interesting. Obviously, he's the 2 in Cincy, but the Cincy offense is so good that it doesn't really matter to me. Colston Loveland, if you really want to take the upside bet on, you could get an elite tight end for much cheaper than Bowers and McBride. And I am also considering my guy, Jalen Waddle. I think he is just a fantastic pick. I think the Broncos are going to hyper target him this year, and it's really just a question of can he hold up with that many touches, but he obviously did as a rookie. He has other times in his career. But T. Higgins is a pretty big ADP faller. I think it's close enough between him and Waddle, but I'll go T. Higgins here.
T. Higgins for Tim. And I'm on the wrong page, but that's fine. Go to the right page, Justin. Okay. So before we get to the Tank Dell might actually rise up now. Sorry, reading all the comments now. This is
I don't know when you want me to pop them up.
No, you can
up now.
You can just go. I'm actually going to pause real quick because I want to share. If you are drafting, we also have a nice little tool for you. If you go to FantasyNowPlus.com, you can go see our live draft guide, where you can actually either download a PDF and print your PDF out and take it to your live draft, or if you have your computer, you can go into our open draft guide. And if you're on Sleeper, you can even type in your Sleeper name and connect to your leagues and pick your league, which you can't see in the drop down here. But for instance, I'm in this league right here, and this will actually pull everybody that is currently drafted. You can go to your draft board, see everybody that has been drafted, and even plan ahead, which will kind of futurize what you're looking at. So one part of here is what we're looking at. I'm going to go ahead and refresh this to my current pick, is that I can come in here and plan ahead. So I can go, okay, this is who's on the board, and these draft guides are based on our rankings, the Fantasy Now Plus Crew's rankings for redraft or even Dynasty if you're connecting to a Dynasty league. And you can come in here and select your players based off of our rankings and who we suggest you to take. It'll even show you down here that who we think will be on the board next for your next pick, and then what your team value is looking like based off of who you've picked so far. So I'm already doing a bad job compared to what our rankings are telling you. If you want to just come in here and do a mock draft instead of the live assist, you can click this mock draft, pick your pick number, how big the league is going to be, what kind of draft is it, snake, linear, third round reversal, and then even choose your roster settings as well. You'll need to do this in the live sync also, just to make sure you're getting the right players up there. But this is a great tool, free to you to use. Just go to FantasyNowPlus.com, go to the tools tab here at the top, and click on live draft guide. So that is the break in the action. We'll get right back into our mock draft here. Any thoughts about that?
About our own tool?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's sick. It's awesome.
It
You're gonna ask me and think
Hate
I'm
it.
like, actually, what we could do is X, Y, Z. We're missing all
Brian's
these
just been
things.
gaslighting me in text messages this whole time.
Mhm.
Yeah, every time you see me heart emoji or text message, it's me just like off the side, be like, this guy's a moron.
It's just like,
Moron.
sure, Justin. It looks great.
So here I've already got 3 wide receivers, can't kill to have a 4th wide receiver, right? And I'm gonna go with a guy that is Mr. Catches everything, heavily targeted for as old as he is. He's gonna get you touchdowns. That offense is absolutely elite. I'm going the guy I've really never drafted until this year, and that's Mr. Devontae Adams. Hopefully Josh doesn't kill me for that, but it looks like he's not even in the draft board anymore. So let's see who he auto picks in 10 seconds. Thoughts about Devontae Adams?
Old.
Brian, you're not even talking anymore. I can't hear you.
I can't keep up with my. I'm
there
trying to
you
make
are.
sure I'm
You're
not
back.
mumbling in the background here, so I'm muting myself. But yeah, I think he's gonna smash. I think this is another one where Tim and I might differ. But I think he's still gonna be great.
Yeah.
I think he'll be fine. Like, he'll probably regress a little bit from touchdowns, but he'll probably still get like 6 to 10 pretty easily. And Puka is live to miss games, which only helps Adams. And then, yeah, I think good offense, even if he regresses a little bit from an efficiency and route running standpoint, it's a good bet to make in the 4th, 5th round. So,
Josh, who do you want with the 411? You better put that in here right now before I make my next pick. So I was watching your Microsoft Teams commercial. Josh, stop commenting other things and just tell who you want. So let's answer some questions here. Should I pick up Dell over Branch?
yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
With this news, absolutely. And
Yeah,
possibly
Dell should be
Jalen
right
Cole
back
as well.
Yeah. So I should have known that Josh would want DJ Moore instead.
Okay.
That was a dumb question for me. So he's getting DJ Moore. I don't even care if he wanted that instead of Garrett Wilson because I know he loves Garrett Wilson. So we're going to move right on with the draft. I do know you, Josh. Okay. I should have taken DJ Moore just to make Josh mad. But with my pick here, this is where I'm going to stack my quarterback, and I'm going to go with Mr. Joe Burrow to stack with Jamar Chase. I mean, it's the obvious choice for me here.
That's fair.
He goes so far ahead of Jane Daniels in redraft.
Yep.
This is crazy.
I think we're all kind of concerned that Jaden Daniels is going to sue us if we draft him. So
You are in the 5th round, so that makes sense.
Yep.
can't draft Jaden Daniels in the 5th round. Come on.
Yep. Have to at least wait to the 6th.
What do we think about Godwin this year? Haven't heard his name mentioned much. No Evans, questionable Ibuka, and McMillan. If you ask Josh this question, Godwin is going to be wide receiver 1 for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I don't think he is. I think he's a late round value. I'm not drafting him before round 8 or 9, though.
Yeah. And even then, it's like 50-50 on he's good and he produces well, or, oh, he's actually like older. He's still coming off of a catastrophic injury less than 18 months ago, and he's actually, unfortunately, kind of washed now. So,
as mentioned, Josh loves
All right.
some Godwin. So
I'll be the Godwin apologist here in Josh's steed. I do think he's a fine pick. I think he is really good as a flex or kind of your, what are we in? We're double flex, so like wide receiver, like 5th wide receiver. He's going to get playtime. He will hit your roster once in a while. And I do think that this Bucs offense needs to do probably more, especially if they lose Vita Vea. I don't know if they're going to actually like move him. I haven't heard anything more about it. So something tells me that they're probably going to find a deal, but I do think Godwin is fine. He's not someone you should reach on. He's not someone I think you should really like draft like ridiculously ahead of ADP. But like at his value right now, I'm fine with that. I think he's still around like a 7th, 8th round pick. That's good with me.
wanted to highlight this. We kind of skipped it way up above.
Sorry, Jamie.
My answer is no. But also my answer is kind of just I don't care, because if Breece Hall does miss games, I think it's a committee with Allen and Davis, and that sounds awful. The committee backs of the New York Jets, like, no thank you. So, like, I think Braylon Allen is still like the grinder. I think he's still the early down back. I think Isaiah Davis gets probably like 40% of the snaps, and I don't care about either of them. Not for DFS, not like they're not going to be great spot starts in redraft. They're fine picks at the end of best ball, but like that's about it.
Yeah.
Clip that one portion when week 6, Breece Hall's out, and we're like, we need a stone mid running back against the Dolphins. Oh my gosh, there's Isaiah Davis.
So moving on with this draft, Tim, who are you taking here in the 5th round?
I'm gonna take old man Mike Evans. I like the 49ers offense. I would have taken McCaffrey at 108 if he was healthy, and I honestly just think that Evans is going to get the lion's share of the targets this year, and as long as he stays healthy, I think the 49ers offense is great, and he's probably going to get 12 plus touchdowns. So
it looks like Charlene wanted Mike Evans to come back around to the 6th round. I'm a little concerned still about that substation, but apparently nobody else is. Brian, who are you taking in the 5th?
I will take Luther Burden, the hype man of the offseason, of the preseason. Everyone is all excited about the Bears offense, so it's important to get a piece of it. I think Burden is a little more explosive. Rome Odunze is another great option, but at value here, this seems okay to me.
And then I should have just resumed it so you could get to your next pick as well. Jaden Daniels goes 512 for the computer.
Team 11. Come on now. Breaking my heart. Luckily, this is redraft. Stacks, while are fun and they're pretty good, I'm just torn that I didn't get my Jalen Hurts here. That's fine, because what I do get to do now is I do get to pick a 1st-round wide receiver, the healthy one that's still on the board. So I'll go ahead and take Carnell Tate here.
Taking a rookie. And then, Tim, who do you have in the 6th round?
This is pretty easy for me. I'm just going to take Bashal Tutin and make the bet that he beats out a guy that's been cut from the practice squad 20-something times in his career.
Who is the backup in Jacksonville?
Chris Rodriguez.
That's a foresight from you, Jamie. Well done.
That's a trade. So here, I mean,
Charlene.
Looking at gross things. Yeah, Parker Washington, Jaguars wide receiver 1 in the 6th round.
I was playing the ADP game, hoping he came back to me in the 7th.
So here I'm currently obviously have my wide receiver position locked into place here. I don't really need to go that way. I think this is the perfect time to draft a kicker.
Brandon Aubrey, RB1.
Yeah. So what I'm looking at here now is a gross list of running backs, and this is why I just end up if you don't get a top, in my opinion, if you don't get a top 14 running back, you might as well just wait. They're all the exact same for the most part. That's my opinion. That's nobody else's opinion, I think. But what I think I'm going to do is actually just I want to take another wide receiver just because, but I think I'm going to end up drafting a running back. Let me change my color here if you haven't noticed. I'm going to go Chuba Hubbard. That gives me 2 Panthers, which I don't love, but at this rate, the other person I was thinking about was Jalen Warren. Again, I don't love any of the running backs at this area, so I just had to go there. I think here now, though, I will go with a tight end, and this is the pick where there was a question in our Discord yesterday, I think, of players that you think that every time you draft them, it's like, oh, was that a good decision? And I think I'm going to do that, and I'm going to take Kyle Pitts. And that was a big question mark for myself because I almost took Tucker Kraft instead.
Josh, well done getting Godwin there. Huge for you.
In the 7th round. So yeah, Tucker Kraft goes right after Kyle Pitts. I think after that tier, I think it's a fall off. You just don't draft a tight end until way later, and you just stream your tight ends. Is there another tight end on the board that you guys see that you would be willing to draft?
At this range? No.
Kincaid, Kittle, Kelsey, Ferguson, likely. They're all 5 of those players are the exact same.
Yeah. Yep. Agree with that.
So Tim, Brian, you guys are both looking at a bunch of wide receivers and running backs on your teams. What are you looking at in the 7th round?
I'm just going to keep plugging away at both of those positions. I pretty much am going to take quarterback, tight end, kicker, and defense with my last 4 picks and just keep loading up on players till then. I'm going to go Ramondre Stevenson here.
Oh, so good. So good to pick the starting running back for the Patriots.
Mm-hmm.
Was that? I am torn here because while, yes, my starting roster is currently filled, I do love having great backups just in case, especially since my first pick is Christian McCaffrey. We never know what his true availability will be until it happens. And then I also have Luther Burden, who's going through something, and I want to make sure I have everything all settled there. So I'm staring at a couple of wide receivers. I'm staring at the most boring click, which also might be the most important click, being Tony Pollard. He is just points. He is just 10 points. And if you want 10 points in the 7th round, you click Tony Pollard, but he's probably going to fall. So I think here I'm going to go to Michael Wilson. I want to take the gamble. I do think one of these 2 wide receivers are going to break fantasy because for some reason they did last year as well. And luckily, the QBs that we're looking at came right back to me. Thank you for team. Oh, they all had QBs anyway, so they're never going to get to me. See, that's why, unfortunately, sometimes we do have to pick a little early. I will go ahead and take Justin Herbert here over Jackson Dart. Again, we're going to go ahead and buy into Mike McDaniel, buy into Justin Herbert being a better quarterback than Tua. Everything else about this team being better than what McDaniel was dealing with last season. So I'm very excited for this Chargers offense, as I think most folks are. And we'll take Herbert here.
Yep. And I took Josh Downs. I am not worried about Keenan Allen. They have talked about him as like a 3rd down specialist, a slot specialist, all this stuff. Yes, Alec Pierce will come back at some point, but it really does sound like they're going to have Josh Downs play in 2 wide receiver sets. He's going to get a decent target share, and I think he's a talented player that has been underutilized so far in his career. And, as my wide receiver 4, possible flex, possible bench stash, that feels totally fine to me.
Yeah, I really cannot hate you for the Josh Downs pick. I agree with you. I think Josh Downs will be wide receiver number 2. He can play more of the outside role as well. He's also a deep ball. They have a bunch of deep ball players, and then Keenan Allen. So,
yep.
As in your terms of Alec Pierce, he's currently on the PUP. I don't anticipate. The Colts are also expecting him to be ready for week 1 as well. It is, I think, important to note that Alec Pierce has missed a total of 4 games in his NFL career in the 4 years. I would not anticipating him doubling that by being out for 4 more games. I would expect him to be back, and that is exactly why I am drafting Mr. Alec Pierce.
Alrighty.
As a bench player, by the way, I'm now drafting a bench.
Fair enough. I'll allow it.
Does this league have an IR slot?
He's not missing 4 games.
See, Charlene, that's because you're a ball knower. and you're a very smart person. That's why you like Michael Wilson this season. You get it.
Now I'm gonna be absolutely crazy here, and I'm drafting a former Colt. I'm drafting Michael Pittman. Next to DK Metcalf, that should be pretty good. So long as Michael Pittman is healthy, I think he's going to be able to be a slant player that Aaron Rodgers will definitely be able to use this season, and I'm loving that.
I think the Pittman DK Metcalf question is going to be one that kind of dictates a lot of wins and losses throughout the year, but maybe not necessarily your league, because I don't know if there's really a high ceiling for either of those players, but I think Pittman's floor is probably more reliable than DK's ceiling. And I think that's really why you play DK Metcalf. You think he's going to score, the long slant touchdown or just a long deep ball.
Yeah. Charlene is in the draft board, but auto-picked Bo Nix. She clearly had a Q. She was going to take Purdy. You want Purdy? I'll give you Purdy instead of Bo Nix. I think it's a bad decision, but you now have Purdy. So Tim, who are you taking at the 9th pick?
Well, I basically have one position spot outside of the onesies. I want to take an upside swing. I want to take someone who I can tell very early in the season whether or not this is a player worth rostering or not. I'm going to take Matthew Golden.
And then Bryan.
Matthew Golden, so scary.
Wide receiver 3.
But I get it. I'm going to go ahead and take the preseason darling from last year. We'll go grab Bill here, and we'll start filling out our running back room with hopefully what I believe to be the Commander's starting running back. Ja'Cory Cross-Merritt. Do not know who Bill was. my mistake.
Sorry, I got sidetracked by me being a very generous and fair commissioner. So.
Very true. So right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Since round 1. Yeah, that is very true. So I guess I gotta resume so you can pick your next player here. Yeah, no, I don't hate it. The Commander's backfield, in my opinion, is wide open, and anybody can really be picked at this rate. So,
I hate the sleeper CPU so much. They're just like, they're taking 2 quarterbacks on a 12-round redraft league. Just like
anti-law.
Just like, brother, calm down.
I will say, this year is not really a good example for it, but I am working on I think you should draft 2 QB thesis statement. I'm not quite there yet because I don't have enough math, not enough real stats for it. But one of these years I'll figure it out. But right now I'm on the clock, and this is going to be who I think will be the most effective running back on the Carolina Panthers. We'll take Jonathan Brooks here, and if he's not, hey, that's okay because he is my 4th running back. Not a big deal. If he's not a huge hit, we can move on.
So no fear that he won't play a game still?
No fear. I can't look, if you live in fear that your running backs will tear the ACL every game, then
are you really playing fantasy football?
I can't help you there. Yeah. If you're scared to enter the arena, then don't play.
Fair. Tim, who are you taking in the 10th round as we start to wrap this draft up?
You can tell how much Bryan drafts with me based on those last 2 picks. This is really easy for me. I get Patrick Mahomes in the 10th round. Nice and simple.
Charlene is still on auto. I don't think she realizes that. So I'm going to pause here. And Charlene, while I'm deciding to make my pick, please tell me first, take yourself out of auto. There you go. And then also tell me who you would rather take. Actually, I could just remove the player and then resume it.
I'm like 99% sure she's taking Stribling anyway.
She probably is. That was definitely queued up, right?
I think that's a good pick.
Yep. Okay.
It just worked out.
She's gonna auto again. Yep. Okay. That's fine. So here I have everything but a kicker, a defense, and a running back. I'm not picking kicker and defense unless Sleeper makes me absolutely pick it. So, and I don't even think that I'm going to pick running back either. I'm just going to keep punting that position down the field, and I'm going to continue going with my the guys that I always draft. This is going back to normal Justin mode where I just draft mostly wide receivers. And I think what I'm looking at here is between a Quentin Johnston, which gross. Obviously not Jaden Higgins. Maybe a Jalen Coker. If I didn't already have 2 Carolina players, I would consider that. I don't want another third string wide receiver for the Green Bay Packers because they're all third wide receiver 3s. I think what I'm going to do is actually take deep ball Shaheed right here. So I think I'm gonna draft Rashid Shaheed. He's way down the list. I don't care. I think he gets points. That's what you're playing for, is points.
Have fun figuring out when.
Hey, bench player, man. When all my other guys die, he'll be there. Shocker that
I can't let Kylie fall.
Kyler Murray in the 11th round. I can't believe he did that.
I'm proud of him for pushing him around the turn.
Rachaad White was another player I was actually looking at and hoping to snag. I should have probably drafted Rachaad White because I knew Josh was going to take those 2 players specifically. So coming around the turn here, I mean, we're in the gross part of the draft. Who do you guys think should be a target at this rate?
Man, you can tell we draft best ball too long because I'm just like, man, there's so many good picks on the board.
There's value across the board. What are you talking about?
You guys draft way too many best ball.
Yeah, we sure do.
But realistically, like Jaden Reed's interesting down here. Casey Concepcion's interesting. We are an Aaron Jones pro podcast.
I'd recommend getting a starting running back. Yeah. Chuba may not even play week 1, so you're already going to be like, oh God, who am I starting?
Fair. That's fair. So I'm looking between Jordan Mason and Aaron Jones. I think I have to go Aaron Jones. The PPR will help that, I think, in a PPR league. So yeah, I'll just go Aaron Jones. I'll settle. Yeah,
huge bummer, but we will see who of the Texans receiving core steps up. I'm on the clock. I'm going to take Juwan Johnson as my tight end. Jordan Tyson's going to miss at least a month, if not more. They might slow play him. Juwan Johnson had 900 receiving yards as the second option in the Saints offense last year, and he's just going to start off doing that again, I think.
35% exposure, Jamie. Come on now. Oh my goodness. That's a bet. That's hopefully going to pan out for you, but we'll see. It's very dangerous, but also sometimes that kind of exposure leads to success going forward. Anywho, I am going to hope that our drafters at the end of the turn here allow my player to get around. So I'll play quote unquote safe. I'm going to take my Broncos defense here. Let me just get that absolute workhorse defense. Oh, he goes immediately. Oh, unbelievable. I thought Jason Myers could make it, a Marist alum, but apparently not. And so now I got to figure it out. All right, now we're going to push our kicker to the last round because I'm sad and I got to figure out who else I believe in. And I'll take Hunter Henry here as my tight end. I think he's pretty locked in for a solid role, at least for the majority of the first half of the season.
So are we playing this that I have to take a kicker in defense, or am I just punting it?
I mean, if it currently shows any position available for you to draft right now. So
okay, then folks, if you're drafting redraft and your platform does not force you to take all of the position requirements in your draft, do not do so. Continue to take running backs, wide receivers. If there's a second quarterback or a second tight end that you feel strongly about, please do that. Kickers and defenses are a dime a dozen. They are relatively unpredictable. especially on the kicker side of things. Defenses are a little bit better, but still you can stream pretty easily. Take more upside shots at position players. If you get a league winner and you don't have to spend waiver priority or fab on it, that will help you win your league. So I promise you, the Rams defense is never going to win you your league. Maybe Brandon Aubrey could win you your league depending on the kicking settings, but like you need to really validate that before you make that decision. So I'm just going to punt that entirely. I'm going to take an upside shot at running back. Give me Keaton Missile Mitchell.
The Rams might win your league.
Just
wait.
I do agree that with everything Tim said.
Realistically, you're absolutely correct. Take players that are difference makers. Don't need to worry about kickers, especially since they are easily streamed. So I think both of you are more correct, and I am just hyping it up because, hey, we don't get to talk about defenses and kickers that much.
It's 1 week, Josh. That's not every week.
But he'll remember it forever.
You will remember it forever.
That's not surprising, considering the Minnesota defense is great, and Justin Jefferson was getting thrown to by 9.
So I'm going to go with my guy here. Not my guy, but the guy that I put a bet on for all the hair on my face on who ends up being better. And that is Mr. Mark Andrews. I said he was going to be better than Dalton Kincaid this year, and I've put a lot on that. So please, Mark Andrews, do not fail me because that would be really bad if you did.
Okay.
And there we go. So you said do not draft defenses or kickers, and Charlene immediately drafts a kicker. Josh immediately drafts the Dolphins defense. So,
I mean, hey, sometimes it's good to just, an undrafted, unsigned kicker.
But I do agree with you. I'm not going defense or kickers here. I'm going to go ahead and pick the gadget tool and hope that he does pretty well. And if Christian McCaffrey gets hurt, then we already know who's going to be stepping in a lot. So going with Deebo Samuel in the 13th round as a flyer pick.
I had to figure out what you meant by gadget tool. Yes, Deebo Samuel makes complete sense here.
Yep.
No, he's not a tool that I'm calling a gadget. Tim, final pick in the 13th round.
Brian might think that I'm going cornerback here. I am not. I will go Denzel Boston, who has looked great in camp and could just be the wide receiver 1 in Cleveland, which is not that valuable, but is certainly something to have at the end of your bench just to take a look-see at.
I will say, though, like Denzel Boston has definitely the highest upside in terms of scoring a ton of touchdowns if they can reach the red zone.
Yep.
That is a big question. We'll see. Real quick, Josh, how far down did you have to scroll to find Matt Amendola? Because that is a name we haven't heard in years.
He's not even on a team.
I think he's sorted alphabetically last name.
Well, I know there's a couple kickers out there that'd be pretty funny. I think Goskowski is still here somewhere.
I want to find.
I think Douglas and McMillan. Fair enough.
I want to give me the player card. I can't even get to the player card for Matt Amendola. That's the sad part.
Doesn't exist.
You're taking who now?
I'm going to take UFL legend Jake Bates, kicker, Detroit Lions. We're going to make sure my roster filled out, and so I can feel like I've completed a task.
You did it.
2028. So let's just take a look at players that are left on the board. No, I don't want to convert this to a league. Stop it. I want to see who was left. Okay, well, I guess we're not going to be able to see who's left on the board because Sleeper wants you to convert it to a league. So, who? Looking at this draft board now, we'll kind of zoom out just a little bit. Any of these teams that you're looking at, other than the 3 that we drafted, who's looking the best?
Tim can take that one first.
I'm sure we've been paying attention to the teams very closely, so I know that's
totally. Man.
Great question. This is a great question. Yeah.
It's hard to really attribute a good team to any of the CPUs because most of them took multiple quarterbacks, multiple tight ends.
Yeah, so there I'm looking at who took one quarterback. And truly team one is kind of looking at that. They've got one quarterback, they have just the one tight end, but it's not even a starting tight end, really. Yeah. Maybe they waited for defenses and kickers till the very end. And pretty much drafted all running backs and wide receivers. Yeah. That's one of the teams.
But they drafted pretty bad wide receivers for me, and both Broncos running backs for reasons. So
yeah.
It's just
Team 5 cooked.
Team 5 did kind of here. Their wide receiver position, they only have 3. It's a little concerning because they really only have Puka, who might get suspended. Marvin, if he ever figures out how to play football, that'd be really great. Christian Watson, if he can stay healthy, that'll be really great. Jackson, this is a team full of if Jackson Dart, Cam Scattaboo, and Christian Watson can stay healthy, and Kyron Williams actually gets RB1 numbers, and Judkins stays healthy, this team would actually be pretty good.
They just had to take Travis Kelce, though. They already had Trey McBride, so they just had to make sure that they had a backup for him.
Well, you never know.
Truly, instead of Jackson Dart, I would have probably drafted. Well, never mind. Kyler Murray's not in Arizona anymore. He's in Minnesota. Maybe wait and take Jacoby Brissett later on.
I mean, Jordan Love went undrafted, so I would have rather had him in the last round. That's kind of
that would have been pretty good.
The big thing, yeah, I can still see who's on the board, and the big thing is Baker's still there, Jordan Love is still there, Tyler Shuck is still there. So quarterback does not thin out even with half these teams taking 2 of them. There's a lot of guys that's I could pick them up and play them pretty easily.
Team 7, actually, I think of the computer teams looks probably the best. St. Brown and Brown. So and then Rashee Rice in the first 3 rounds. They've got what I believe to be a top 5 tight end. George Kittle also always produces a lot when he plays. And it's healthy. Dak, this is supposed to be the off Dak year. Every other year is a good season for Dak Prescott, and last year was the good season. Running backs position, Jadarian Price, Tony Pollard. I'm a little questionable on those 2, but coming from the guy who doesn't like drafting running backs, this team looks pretty good to me.
Yeah, respectfully, I like their running back room more than yours. So
I do too.
Yeah,
I do too. So.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, that's probably a pretty well-built team. Yes, Kittle as a tight end too is weird, but if there's any tight end to take as a backup for upside late, it is George Kittle because of the injury. So, yeah, I think 7 probably cooked the best out of the CPU.
If they had one more running back, I would probably say that is potentially the best non-streamer team here.
Yeah,
so
especially
what you're saying is if they would have drafted, I don't know, Jordan Mason or Aaron Jones instead of the Seahawks defense.
Well, I think Worthy is the mistake because they already have Rice and so many good wide receivers. But also, to be fair to them, the running backs left on the board are horrifying. So there's not many options left there.
Could have also went Zach Charbonnet to make sure you had the Seattle's running back. Maybe
if there's an IR spot, then sure.
Yeah,
I don't want him sitting on my bench for 8 weeks.
But if there is an IR spot, great, put him in the IR spot and then take another person on free agency immediately.
Yep.
But it'll be interesting to see how this all plays out. Obviously, we won't see it play out because we're not turning this into a league. I could turn it into a league just to see. Tell everybody do not pick any waivers. Just nobody pay attention to this league and see how it ends up turning out. That would be
if the CPU could make roster decisions, then maybe.
They kind of do. I will say this about the Seahawks defense, because the NFC West is very good and they have to play the Rams twice, the 49ers twice. That is technically a tough schedule just to begin with. So maybe taking them that early is not correct. I would absolutely agree. Do not take a defense in the 10th, but
7
is
That 10th round pick
curve.
is where I would have made a different decision instead of taking the defense. But of course, CPU sleeper. We had kickers and defenses just for the fun of it. So, and that's exactly why. But got everybody, thanks for joining and tuning in. You can catch Bryan and Tim probably 7 more times before the end of the week doing their best ball drafts with drafters and with. Are you guys doing any more underdog this week, or is it just drafters?
We might do one more. I forget what our schedule is.
Tonight, I believe.
So drafters, you can use our code FN Plus to get a 100% deposit match on your deposit of between
First deposit.
First deposit up to $100. I think you have to put at least $10 in, but get that 100%. If you want to play on Underdog Fantasy and you have not signed up, be sure to use our code FN Plus PLUS FN PLUS when you sign up today. When you play $5, you'll get $50 in bonus funds to play with. So use those 2 codes, draft some best ball teams, do some pick'ems, and obviously join our Discord, where we are talking all day, every day, throughout the day, in the week, and talking about what's going on, breaking news in the injury reports channel, all of the things. And you can talk to all 3 of us live in person, not in person, but live.
Yeah, I mean, we're in person-ish. Whatever.
In person.
Count it.
We're too accessible, some would say. But we like being accessible for you to help you win. So, Bryan, Tim, any last words before we cut out?
Hey, just good luck in your drafts going forward. I mean, we'll have plenty more drafts, plenty more content out there to help you as we approach football season. We are so dang close. I really need you to look at that calendar and realize we're so freaking close to football.
I think drafts start like this weekend.
Yeah.
This weekend next.
Yep.
Yeah.
Got him.
That was well timed for having no audio, Sean. But yeah, not much from me. Use this draft as a good barometer of what you're looking for in redraft moving forward. And good luck.
Oh, gotcha. I clicked at the same time.
We don't. You don't need luck. You just need to follow here. Go to FantasyNowPlus.com for all of our free FREE tools on our website, including trade calculators for redraft and dynasty, the draft guide, printable and live on there, and the cool League Sync feature is there as well. So be sure to check out the website, our Discord, our YouTube channel, subscribe to all the channels, and until Bryan and Tim see you in like 35 minutes, probably. Have a good one, everybody. Goodbye.
Thanks for listening. Be sure to like and subscribe wherever you watch or listen to podcasts. We'll be back next week for more ways to win your league.